Good morning, guys. We are on chapter 2 of Job. This is just a daily Bible reading. If you want to join along, I hope you do, and I hope you pass it along. I just want to try to get a lot of people more interested in reading the Bible. I'm not saying I'm a good reader, by no means at all. But anyway, we are in chapter 2. The first chapter was pretty horrible for poor Job. And now we're going to see what happens in chapter 2. All right, so Chapter 2 of Job. Again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. And the Lord said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job? And there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered the Lord and said, Skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life. But put forth thine hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord, and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. Oh, my land. Wow. That don't sound, I don't know exactly what a boil is, but I mean, it don't sound good. And he took him a pot's herd to scrape himself with, and he sat down among the ashes. And said his wife unto him, Dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die. Wow, what a wife. Oh, my land. For your wife to say that? But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish woman speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of God, and shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips. Now when Job's 3 friends heard of all this evil that was come upon him, they came every one from his own place, Eliphaz and Temanite and Bildad and Shuhite and Zophar and Nahemathite, for they had made an appointment together to come to mourn with him and to comfort him. And when they lifted up their eyes afar off and knew him not, they lifted up their voice and wept. And they rent every one his mantle and sprinkled dust upon their heads towards heaven. So they sat down with him upon the ground 7 days and 7 nights, and none spake a word unto him, for they saw that his grief was very great. Okay, so yeah, so I guess his friends come, I don't know what kind of friends they were, but they tried to come to comfort him, but they didn't speak to him for like 7 days. His wife was just like, I guess she was just like, why are you still praising the Lord after all this stuff he's letting happen to you? But he didn't speak anything ill will of the good Lord. And it does make you wonder why the Lord, knowing he's this kind, why would he let him test him to this kind of, man, let him test him to this kind of a degree. But all right, well, that was chapter 2. I mean, there's probably a lot of things you could probably just tear that chapter apart with, and just all kinds of questions. But, that's not, I guess if we, we could ask certain questions, I guess, but I don't want to get into a big, long Bible study. I'm not really good. I just want to try to read through it and understand it like a layman. And if anybody else hasn't at least read through it, maybe as we go on, we can kind of tear apart the chapters a little bit. Or if I just see something that kind of sparks my interest, I'm like, wow, maybe let's talk about that point or something. All right. Thank you, guys. That was chapter 2. Chapter 3, I'm not sure how many chapters is in Job. There's a few chapters. So like I said, chapter at a time, we'll just kind of start reading it, man. thanks, guys. Morning, or have a good night and good morning. And it's pretty late, actually. It's pretty early in the morning, actually. So, all right, I'll see you guys. Night night.